Hi, YouTube. I hope you're all doing good. I'm doing okay. Didn't do a whole lot today. Just went out and fed them stray kitties out there and took down my little Christmas tree that I had up. And, well, I should say just celebration tree because I actually put it up on my oldest son's birthday, which is on the 24th. So I didn't have it up long. It's just one of them little fiber optic ones. I have big ones, but I just wanted to put that one up because it's colorful. I love it. So maybe they'll come up with different kinds of uh, celebration lights that we can put up for different reasons. I love colorful things, so yeah. And well, who doesn't? Bright. Well, a lot of well, maybe some don't. I had depression days when I was a young person, more like into black and red back in them days. Chinese red, with more orange in it. But yeah, it's a long time ago. But anyway, um, I had on my mind today uh, somebody that, well, I don't think he's actually an atheist, but he's considering the fact that none of our prayers really get answered around here on this planet. Yes and no. Um, I know there's times in my life I feel my prayers were answered, but I don't think they were necessarily ones that, like, okay, for instance, if we're in a relationship and you wish that that person that you are close to would see something about you or in you that they may not have seen before, or that type of thing. If you ask God for that type of thing, that may not happen, But like if you're striving to heal, anytime we're in trouble, like physical danger, or um, homeless, or different things like that, it always seems to me like God has sent me an angel. He may not give me them friends I desire, um, true friends, but maybe, maybe some of you on here do consider yourself a close friend of mine. I would hope that my pouring my heart out in all honesty and being as humble as I could possibly be may pay off in the long run. I'm rolling cigarettes, so I don't mean to look down and ignore you. I should have told you that right away. Sorry about that. But I just hope that this person will understand that, yeah, we can't necessarily pick our prayers that are answered. And I don't pray like a traditional prayer, um, typically. I've said the Lord's Prayer on here for people to give people that maybe weren't familiar with any type of introduction to God, like maybe how you'd want to talk to Him. In my mind, like when I'm speaking, a lot of us believe that that's like a prayer, when I ask people to pray for my friends that were mad at me. Eh, they chose to go the other direction. So it's like, well, okay. So you didn't pray for them, huh? Because if you had, would it have helped? What do you think? I think it does. It might not always be an instant thing, but time will tell. And I've lost a lot of subs this last week or last couple weeks, but oh well. To me, a lot is 10, you know. Maybe to some of you, a lot would be 1,000 or 100 or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I know my intentions do get mistaken for other people out there that maybe don't have the innocence in their heart that I actually do have. I mean, I'm not talking like innocent when I did say I did not like somebody because of the way that he was hollering when he was pretending to preach. If that offended people that I don't like somebody, I am better off without you. Because if you like somebody that's going to treat people like that, I mean, really, I really was heartsick and needed fellowship the day before Christmas, the day my son was born. I got hollered at by a piece of shit the same age as my kid. And if my kid was on a video hollering at people when he was preaching, I would personally want to knock his head off. So, anyway, yeah, I'm not quite over it yet, but I do have some friends and other people, professionals. Yeah, I got professional help. Sure did. You know, but yeah, it's not pleasant. So yeah, I'm kind of still struggling, but you know, because I can't believe so many people actually thought I had an evil heart. Oh, I can be evil, but I'm not. You know, but the most evil thing I'm gonna do is if you do something stupid. Well, if you're really close to me and you do something stupid, I'm probably really going to give you a bad day. But it depends on what it is, you know. But as far as actually being evil or going out to plan something like a bullying smear campaign against somebody, that's what evil does. That's not what kind-hearted people do. Now, on the other hand, to point out something about other people to save them from being hurt, that would be a different situation. But if they think that I'm going to hurt them in any way, if this person was so hurt because I said I didn't like him, oh, wow, you know, that's incredible, you know, or that I'd be evil just by saying that. And the people that think that I'm evil because of that, are you telling me honestly you have never said I don't like that person and you haven't said why you don't like them? Yeah, if none of that matters, you know, I'm astounded that people would actually pay somebody like that for any kind of guidance in life. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, I like I said, I didn't do a whole lot today. Well, I did get my exercises done just a little bit ago. If some of you don't know, I mean, aside from keeping limber and stretching and that type of thing, I had quite a few years where I could hardly do anything. I kept getting injured, one injury right after another. Broken toes, broken shoulder. I mean, I couldn't even sleep. I was a mess. But I'm doing much better now. And let me see, it will be, I think, April will be a year of my exercising. I can probably count them on probably 5 days I might have missed in almost like 9 months. I think it was before April. Maybe. Let me see now. Oh, I guess I can't remember. Um, I could probably look back on my videos. I had started Dr. Sean Baker, or MD, Sean Baker MD. I had took one of his challenges to do push-ups for 30 days. And I did them 30 for 30. But then I started incorporating leg exercises, and then I started incorporating my resistant band and different things. And so, yeah. So I'm back in the swing, is what I'm telling you, and feeling better for it too. You know, it's not that I didn't get any exercise, because everything I did when you're busted up, it takes more energy, like even to cook or eat or whatever you're doing, it's hard to do. But, so, what do you think about praying and having your prayers answered? Have you seen any results in that in life? I can give you one major one. When I was a kid, I was annihilated from the inside out. A baby. I was raped. And I wasn't supposed to have any children. I wasn't supposed to be able to have children because of the scar tissue. Well, my ex and I had been together for 5.5 years, and we prayed to have a child. And 9 months later, the day before Christmas, we brought our baby home on Christmas Day with no contraception or anything before that for 5.5 years. And that was also a pretty long-term relationship. So it's when I'm close to somebody, I don't just give up. I mean, it takes a lot, you know. But I could go on and on about different things that I deem to be miracles. But, I guess that's up to what an individual believes, because you could take all the heartaches in your life and place them in one basket, and then you could take all your blessings and place them in another. Then you could determine who was responsible for each basket. Is this the loving power of the uh, one and only Almighty, the Most High, or is this the power of this lower vibrational plane of existence that we live on? So, yeah, um, it is, I guess, up to each person to determine that. But I guess too is when you're feeling lonely, do you feel absolutely alone? Or is there some sort of comfort within your soul that's always there? That's what I find with me. I find that there is always that comfort, um, even in my worst of times, you know. Maybe not to the degree that I'd want it to be, you know, because things like sorrow and anger and those types of things get in the way of what we are ideally meant to be feeling on a daily basis. So, but yeah, I just wanted to address that situation and of course, I've examined whether there's a God or not, you know. I've been doing that all my life, weighing the pros and the cons of the situation. Every time I look at myself or another human being or the world or a tree or just think about water, all the what truly is miraculous, like air, even gas we put in our cars or food or all these things, they're just too miraculous to be an atheist to me. And if I do have friends out there that are tender hearted like that too, um, I think you know within yourself there's a dwelling of the Christ Spirit or whoever we call our Creator within us. You know, could be chaos. And I was thinking, boy, I fell into some chaos magic there. Rope you in like a true narcissist, fishing, get you in there, acting all sweet, and then start yelling at your ass. Not me, I'm up front. I'll tell you, I'm gonna probably swear again someday. Probably won't be today. Hopefully not tomorrow, but most likely sometime in the future. you know, I'm not pretending about anything, is what I'm trying to say. I don't do that. What's all this with, like, you say something on YouTube or wherever, and you know this too, and the next thing you know, whatever you say is like all over the place. It's like, cause I've been talking about dancing lately, and well, I always do, but then I open up YouTube and they're like get up and dance and rent a movie. What the hell does renting a movie have to do with dancing? I'm probably the one person that have never seen the movie Dirty Dancing in its entirely. I've seen clips of it here or there, but I always found it just really gross. And I know like ballroom dancing and ballet and well hip hop or tap or whatever. I every culture studied dance from their cultures, but then actually did take ballet um and my ex and I used to compete in dancing, but I guess one person's dance is not somebody else's necessarily. I mean, there's erotic dances that I love, like the tango or the samba or things like that, but they don't have to be so gross that it's off-putting. It's like, oh, I think you know what I mean. It can make it beautiful. It's just some people gyrate and other people levitate, you know. So have I offended anybody else today? Yeah, probably. Oh shit. Oh whatever. You know. Yeah, I heard California's getting nailed with some rain. And I like that's not all. It's oh, that is what I'm going to share. There is a documentary, and a lot of you know about, like socialism, Marxism, into communism, and whatnot and how that came about with World War I and II and all those. But there's like about I think it's like 40-minute documentary that I think it's time for a judgment had shared, and it does take you through the different countries um, of like Marxism and Stalin and that type of thing, and it explains the history of that thing, and it shows you like the similarities of them taking like the farmers out in different countries and the people that wouldn't go along with what the state was telling them to do. Like, for instance, if you didn't vote, they'd kill you. you know, let's see what else was. Oh, like the college students, like the state telling the college students to protest against people that weren't voting and that type of thing, literally turning children against their parents if their parents didn't want to vote. And the different countries that were run out of their own country from these people and how they did it, just like they're trying to do here. You know, you know how many people migrated to the United States because of what was going on over in Europe. Not only just the German Jews, which there's a lot of them, a lot in this country right now. And it is turning communistic right before our eyes in little increments, baby steps. So I would suggest, even for me, I hadn't seen this stuff. I remember like when President Reagan had done that documentary. I remember back in the 70s when they did this thing, um, because that came about like during the Cold War with Russia, making us aware of what was going on over there and the steps that they were making to keep us under a threat of their nuclear warheads and whatnot during the Cold War years, if that's what it could be called, because nothing's ever really stopped anywhere. But so I'm going to leave a link for that documentary. I think everybody could benefit just watching it. I mean, like I say, I knew it too, but it's good to refresh yourself on the steps that they take to get the people in the position that they want to get them in for total control, you know. Yeah, because they do, and like in that Sean Baker, MD, he lives in Washington, and he lives really close to one of them FEMA camps, and really we have prisons, and of course we do need more of them from what they say, but why are these camps built, you know, and why were all the coffins brought down, and guillotines and all these things that were purchased, all the military vehicles that were transported all the way around the United States back in 2018,